we've talked about this before. 50 Shades of Grey, the movie's about to come out. It's something that people aren't sure how to talk about. And so we certainly study this at school. It's S&M, Sadism and Masochism, this idea of people who like to have pain inflicted upon them as well as inflicting pain upon other people for sexual satisfaction. Now, Dr. Mercedes, Lisa, it's actually not a disorder. Right? There's really no disorder as long as people aren't like not going to work or it's not affecting, their family's occupation, their occupational, social, and whatever other type of functioning. It's not an issue.
And not only that, the brain path between pleasure and pain, and particularly, when dealing with sex, is the same exact. And we don't know exactly where it diverges from, but we know that there is some component of it that is actually just part of just the way that we are made up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have clients, and when they heard the title 50 Shades of Grey, most of them are older or senior, like, well, I'm a good shade of gray. That's
what's a good shade of gray?
Exactly. 85-year-old woman.
Good for her.
And when she finally realized what it was, she almost fell off a wheelchair.
Well, if you think about it, it's interesting because I think there is a G-rated type of way of being sexual. I think one of the things that I work on certainly is, and I don't work with couples, but in working with individuals, this idea that sex can get boring. If and I've said this before, if I eat pizza every day for the rest of my life, I'm going to get bored of pizza. Exactly. And so how do you kind of keep it fresh? How do you keep it exciting? And I think
I haven't read the book, but I'm already very familiar with the term very vanilla. Yeah. And so every once in a while you got to throw some sprinkles into it, mix it up or something. That's the understanding, right?
Yeah.
So at least have some hot fudge.
I have to leave on this note is this idea that if my partner is into these things, then maybe they're too well versed in sex so that they've been around and had too many partners. And frankly, it's not the case, right? Some people, like we said, just neurologically might be circuited in a way that says, I want more excitement. It's like these people who are more inclined to skydive, right? So there are people who seek more pleasure. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily an illness. Just talk to your partner about sex, and then maybe you can create your own shade of gray.
Exactly.